Hello and welcome to The Gray Area, where I give interviews with developers, talk about gaming news and reviews, and focus on the interrelationships between gamers. My name is Genesee Gray, and this is the 70th episode in a weekly series called ECDLC. Here with me is Jessica Merizan, Community Manager from Bioware, Krista Hauser with Fifth Column Games, Hold the Line and Retake Mass Effect, and Victoria Cooper from the HTL and Retake Movement. Last week's discussion was a discussion with Jameson Durrell from Volition about THQ, and ironically enough, the controversy with used games. Please visit www.genesee.com to add to the forum discussion on that topic and to tell me your story. Today is Saturday, July 6th, and we are going to discuss all things Mass Effect 3 DLC and learn more about the ladies. So to the chat room, we will take questions at the end, so if you save them and ask later, that would be great. And let's start with news of the week. A lot of what we'll be talking about is personal opinion, and I'll try to be clear when I'm asking a question that asks ladies to represent the company's point of view. Otherwise, please assume that all views are personal opinions. So let's start with you, Jessica.
Sure.
Let's get to the official Bioware stuff, and then you can tell us your personal news. I understand that the Extended Cut DLC music soundtrack has just been released for free. Can you tell us a little more about that and maybe where people can find it?
Yeah, it has. We were really excited to work again with Sam Hulick, who did a lot of stuff from all our Mass Effect games. And so we made about 16 minutes worth of extra music for the extended cut, and we got so many people who loved the music that we decided, hey, why don't we release this for everyone to enjoy? And of course, everyone likes free things. So yes. It's just kind of our gift to the community, saying, we're really proud of the work that Sam put into this, and we definitely want to make it available for the fans. So you can go to the Bioware social network. You'll have to log in with your Origin ID, and you can download it right there.
Very good. Anything else we need to know in news from Bioware this week before you get to your own?
Well, we are actually working really hard on all of our San Diego Comic-Con plans. So San Diego, oh my gosh, it's in a week, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can't even think about it. So I guess starting a week from now, we're going to be at San Diego. We have a few different spaces. We wanted to be mindful of the fact that Comic-Con is now selling out within like 3 hours. So we have a space across the street from the convention center. You don't need a badge. It's at the Hilton Gas Lamp. We have one of the ballrooms in there that we kind of turned into a fun loungy area. And we will be showcasing Mass Effect multiplayer with a bunch of the devs. And maybe you will get to see the newest multiplayer pack. I'm not telling you that, but maybe you'll see it. And so you'll get to play with the devs, have a lot of fun with them, ask them your questions. And then we have a space within the convention at the Dark Horse booth where you can buy Mass Effect merchandise. We also have a lot of great partners that like Triforce Weapons that have different booths showcasing things. So we have that on the Bioware blog. You can see all the different things we're doing. It is kind of... it's going to be chaotic, but it's going to be a lot of fun. And come out Saturday night at the Bioware base, no badge, no invite required, and we're having a fun meet and greet for a few hours with, I'm handing out drink tickets, so I feel really powerful.
Purgatory bar, it doesn't get better than that.
I know. Come get boozy with Aria while she's angry that she can't get her homeworld back. Not really, but you could pretend Aria's there.
That's right. Very nice. So what is your personal news of the week? Are there any games that you're playing?
Let's see. Well, I was playing Dawn Guard recently. It's actually a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. So It's taken me a little bit of time. Or maybe it's just me like running around over and over again and not being able to... keep focused on that game. But I'm playing Dawn Guard. I am doing a lot of fun things with my side project, Crab Cat Industries, that I run with Holly Conrad, who's also Bioware's official femme shep, and our like amazing costumer. So yeah, I mean, a lot of crazy things. I'm not getting as much sleep as I'd like.
I like the logo that you just come out with for your side project. Is it Crab Cat? Krabby Cat?
Yep, Crab Cat
Yes.
Industries.
It's very neat. I just saw that the other day. So tell us a little more about what that is and what you do there.
So Crab Cat is it's an entertainment brand. We started out making costumes for ourselves in a garage, and then realizing that other people enjoyed watching us get burned with glue guns, and having zany antics and mixing vodka with like blue Mountain Dew and all kinds of like really crazy things. So we were like, well, we should just be broadcasting this for the whole world to see, because we're too crazy not to.
Okay, so you record it as you make the costumes that you're doing.
Yep.
Okay.
And so we've recently partnered up with Nerdist Industries and Chris Hardwick. So we have a show coming out later this fall on their channel, and we have some exciting other projects. So it's about making costumes, but it's also about exploring different things and kind of nerddom and fandom, and just figuring out what you want to do and building a community around it.
I heard that you lost your wig or it was stolen or something like this. Are you going to be dressing for Comic-Con for the nights you're not working?
Yep, I'm going to be. I have two different things. I ordered a bunch of space leggings from Black Milk Clothing.
Okay.
I definitely recommend it for all the ladies out there, because I hate blue jeans. I think they make everyone look unflattering. So I got a bunch of leggings. So when I'm not in costume, I'm still going to feel like dressed up. And then when I'm in costume, I'll be dressed as Ashley, although I don't have a wig right now, and I'm kind of freaking out about it. I think my wig like fell out of the like box. I don't know. I've looked everywhere for it. I'm kind of heartbroken, but we'll fix it. This always happens. So if it's not this, it's like the costume rips in half. You have to tape it together. So
Right. Well, that's the thing about doing that. I think you have to be a creative soul, and you pretty much just jack of all trades it to make it work.
We'll see.
We'll see. Excellent. Okay, Krista, how was your holiday? And I saw your pictures. They looked really fun. You always seem to have wonderful get-togethers with your friends. How was your 4th?
Yeah, that was pretty fun. I'm kind of excited about Comic-Con, actually.
Yeah, you're going too. Are you going
so
officially, or are you going as just for fun?
No, I'm not going like through work. I got my tickets last year. I missed the Trek panel last year to get tickets. Sacrifice. So yeah, I actually have my armor is. I've been watching it being made all week. So Bill Doran is making my armor, and he's been posting pictures all week. I don't even know how I'm gonna get it between now and Comic-Con. Like we haven't even. I don't even know. But yeah, so I'm super excited. I've never had a cosplay like that hardcore. And then I also have the Mass Effect 2 Shepard dress. So that's going to be awesome. Yeah. And then I'm kind of like Jess, like I'm like, holy crap, that's like in a week.
Yes, I know. Everyone's so surprised. It's really coming
up. I don't think anyone's prepared for Comic-Con.
So tell us more about Fifth Column Games, because I know that you love this job, and you've been going on about this job, how amazing this is. So what
Krista,
is it?
shut up about your job.
No, you can be happy. It's allowed.
So basically, a friend of a friend. So okay, a really good friend of mine. We do this show, this web series called Girl Trouble Time, and it's kind of like I explain it as like real life adventure time. Like it's really quirky and random, and so she told me to add somebody on Facebook, which, like, if any of my fans know, like, I don't really add people I don't know on Facebook. I'm kind of weird about it. And I did. Like, I was just like, okay, like, she doesn't really recommend people, so I added this person on Facebook. And I got an email from him, like, a week later that was like, oh, my company is looking for a community manager, and we make video games, and we're right by the Metreon, and, whatever. And I was like, cool, why don't I come check out your office? So I show up for, like, an impromptu, like meet and greet sort of thing, and they're like, we're gonna interview you. And I was like, oh god, okay. So I go in the conference room, and I'm in the conference room for 4 hours. I meet everybody in the company, and they're like, please come work for us. And I'm like, okay. They're like, come make video games with us. And I was like, all right, I will.
Oh no, I couldn't possibly. Well, if you insist.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. It's a tiny little independent studio that's officially only been around for less than a year. Right now we're working with A&E, they're our publisher, and we're doing Pawn Stars, the video game, and Top Shot, which are both Facebook games. And then we have some really cool in-house stuff that we are working on, but it's not official yet, so I'm not allowed to talk about it. But yeah, it's just really fun. We're less than 20 people, and my office, so they were having Nerf gun wars while I was being interviewed.
That's a good sign. That means you want to work there.
Like, I'm in a glass room right now, and they're like waving at me and making faces. And I'm like, you guys, stop! Like, I'm trying to do something. But yeah, there are toys all over the floor. It looks like Tom Hanks's office in the movie Big. It's awesome.
Okay.
And I play on Facebook all day, and they pay me to do that.
Yeah, your job does sound amazing. I like that. Okay, Victoria, your turn. News of the week. You were so difficult to research, girl, because you're so... I'm writing this thesis about... there's nothing that I can pick on you for in your Twitter feed. So what is your news of the week?
I'm not really a... I'm not much of a broadcaster, but yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm working on a conference paper, which I'll be giving on Tuesday, and it's not ready. And if the idea of conference paper bores the crap out of you, let me just say, it's on Skyrim, and it's got dragons in it.
Ooh.
So, it's on playing in medieval worlds and the construction of national identity. Which sounds boring. Dragons.
I've committed to the Skyrim pilot study. I said I would do it, so now I have to fill it out, and I was wondering what that was. So yes, tell us a little more about that.
Okay. So basically, this conference paper was supposed to be on Dragon Age Origins because I wrote my master's dissertation on it and signed up for this conference a year ago. So I was going to present a chapter from that. And as I was talking it over with my supervisor, we ended up talking about my PhD work, which is more focused in on game worlds. As opposed to female characters, which is what my master's was focused on. And I was like, oh, I should just give a paper on this instead. So that's what I'm doing. And I've conducted this pilot study, which is basically to assess some of your choices in-game. And obviously I can't say too much because it might lead you to give me certain answers, and I don't really want to do that.
Okay.
But that's what it's for. And basically I'm going to look at the answers, look at the responses. And a pilot study is generally a learning experience to see if conducting a full-scale study will be useful and appropriate, and to teach me the best way to ask questions, if it's understandable, if it's accessible, that kind of thing. So the responses so far have been really interesting, and if any of you have played Skyrim and haven't taken my survey, please take it.
Excellent.
Is there linkage in the chat, Victoria?
No.
Yeah, where can we find your survey, Victoria?
You can find it on Twitter at Sirin, which is where I did. SYRIN.
I'll retweet it. This sounds fascinating.
Yeah, thanks. Like yesterday when I was trying to hand this link out, other people were beating me to it, so I'm really rubbish. Sorry.
I think I just retweeted it as well a couple hours ago, so hopefully you'll get enough people to do it. And I would like to get a preview on your next paper, which is a subject of interest to me, and I know we've kind of talked about it briefly in chat, and I'm hoping I can convince you to come on in the next couple weeks when I do an actual show about this. I would call it gender studies in gaming. I don't know how you would particularly title it, but a lot of things have been happening in the news recently that sort of highlight the division sometimes between people that are supportive of women in gaming and people that feel like they should probably make a sandwich. So I kind of want to talk about that in the next couple weeks. And I heard you're writing a paper similar to that.
Yes. So, yeah, basically I did my MA on Dragon Age Origins because I felt that this is going to sound like such a suck-up, but that Bioware had made progress in the portrayal of female characters. And so I kind of explored that. It's not all good, though. But in relation to medieval studies, which is my kind of other focus.
Mm-hmm.
So recently, as with this kind of storm blowing up in Anita Sarkeesian's face, and I feel like we've had a lot of articles lately over booth babes and the reception of female attendees and press at conferences, conventions, and it's not been awesome, and it's just something that's always there in the background, and it's so prominent and so obvious that people kind of ignore it. It's almost accepted in gaming, and we recently had the thing that